So this was a weird game. Jimmy Butler gets a phantom injury at halftime. Smart looks like his career might have been over, coming back like nothing happened. Tatum gets one at the end of the game after an embarrassing drive. The Celtics were outscored in points off turnovers 33-9, yet still were right there till the very end. But this game was won when Coach Spoelstra sat down after game 2 and said, we gotta have more Bam for the buck. And damn, did Bam get with the program, using the slam and yam to post the glam on their Instagram. They used my favorite action, the low post split where the passer sets a screen above the elbow. The Celtics switched this properly, but watch Jaylen Brown fall asleep for a step, giving Strus the opening to cut. Nice bounce pass for the easy finish. You can do the same split from the high post too. Horford is so worried about the good shooting hero off the screen that he jumps. Grant Williams doesn't get the memo, and Bam feeds Martin for the dunk. Then they started using him as a roller after ball screens, more like a pitch and roll as Williams jumps out with more irrational fear of hero, and the spacing by the Heat is no bueno. Brown is standing right there, but casually ducks out of the way instead of taking the charge. Let's look at that again. Brown's like, no, I don't. Celtics don't adjust this action. Another pitch to roll drags Smart up to the ball. Derek White is caught trailing, and this is great help from Horford. Now, watch what Hero does. By cutting, he occupies Pritchard, who should have been Xing out to the corner, but instead Bam's roll creates the wide open shot in the only place Tucker can shoot. Finally, a regular high pick and roll, Bam and Lowry, and the Celtics drop coverage this. Williams does a pretty good job recovering and contesting. Just look how hard this shot is. He's going right-left from the dotted line, absorbing the contact, and still finishing soft with the roll. We get a step-up screen in the left wing. Bam's going to get extra Bammy as he basically lifts Tatum off his feet for a step. And right here, this is really Derek White's rotation as the lowest man. But Brown wants another chance of redemption. Bam does another right-left off both feet in rhythm from the dotted line. Brown gets a running start, but wants no part of the two-hander. But the real adjustment Spo made in this game was to encourage Bam to get down in the block and isolate for buckets. It was a novel strategy that, based on the evidence of his postgame until now, would have seemed crazy. But in Game 3, the ghost of Hakeem got zorched into his soul as he turns over the right shoulder for the nice fadeaway. Time to work on the mismatch as Smart switches onto him and he ignores the split action out top to go to work. Whoa, look at the dream shake. Let's call it the Bam Sham. We'll ignore the pivot foot slide a few inches as he elevates through a little bit of contact to swish this one cold. I needed to see if this was a fluke or not, since his postgame is an area that still needs work. He does the cycle-y, a rip through to the baseline and to spin back to the lane, and the left-handed jump hook over the major contest by Brown made me do this. Bam was an equal opportunity embarrasser last night. Didn't matter what size you were, as he faces up Williams, hits him with the equal parts shot fake and jab step, they both worked, as he rises up for an easy 15-footer to increase the already big lead in the fourth. Celtics fans, you might want to avert your eyes on this one because you're not going to be happy. They had already pinned down for Strus and an open three on this play earlier. Had it not been for this bad pass from Lowry, it would have been another open look when Brown took the absolute worst route possible around the screen. Down 4, with all the momentum on the Celtics side at home, the clock winding down, the Heat have nothing going, and Bam establishes his left foot as the pivot on the shot fake, then lifts it up and puts it back down before jumping into Horford. The refs aren't letting guys initiate contacts for fouls anymore, but then he hits the shot. ABC was so shocked by this, they didn't even give us a replay, but it's a clear travel before any potential foul would have been called anyway, and it gave the Heat the cushion they needed to win this one going away. I don't know what to make of this, really. Can Bam replicate this kind of performance again? Will it matter if they have Jimmy back for the whole game? Honestly, Brown had one of the worst 40-point games I can remember, and when Tatum is bad, he's bad, folks. If I'm the Heat, I'm not quite ready to be sipping pina coladas by the pool awaiting an opponent in the NBA Finals just yet, but getting this 2-1 lead should make all the Heat fans say, wham bam thank you ma'am.